I was sitting down and we were singing the spontaneous version of we just got into the spontaneous worship at church. And I was sitting down and I was just thanking God for showing me that word and things of that sort. And then all of a sudden, my spirit went into heaven. And I'm standing there in heaven and I see this big old crowd. I'm in the midst of the crowd. I'm like in the dab in the middle, back in towards it. And I remember seeing all these saints in white robes, and they are like standing literally in front of me in like a little crowd, like you would like an audience, I guess you could say. And all I see are the back of their heads. Well, most of them were like taller than me. Of course, they were grown men, and they were taller than me. But it was like it was like my eyesight was so perfect that I could see exactly what they're seeing. So nobody was really in my way. Well, anyway, at the same time, my natural was there. My flesh was there too. So I'm up here thinking all these thoughts like, okay, what's going on? I can hear myself thinking. And at the same time, I could hear Jesus speaking to me as well, telling me to just rest and to just receive and things like that. So my thoughts finally began to rest. And then all of a sudden, it was like I saw exactly what they were seeing. It was the throne of God. And we were just singing these glories and hallelujahs to the Father. And it was so surreal, I kid you not. And I remember like just singing how much we love him, just his glory. And I felt in the vision, I felt exactly the little spot that I was standing in was carved out for me. And I felt God said, this is your purpose. This is for you. This is why you were created. And then all of a sudden, I'm back into my natural self. I'm back into my flesh. But I wasn't quite there because my spirit and my flesh, they weren't battling, but they were trying to situate themselves, try to work themselves out. And every time my memory would go back to what I experienced there in heaven, and I would just be in tears like, oh, because my heart felt home. And I've never felt home like I did there outside of the presence of God, because in the presence of God I always feel like just straight home. But I just felt home, and I was like, God, I just want to go back there. I don't want to come back here. I just want to go back there, And anyway, as I'm sitting there and just tears and bawling out my eyes, the Lord was revealing to me how my focus have been off. My thoughts have been off. I was so worried about and frustrated about different things about, oh, this needs to be done. I need to go over here. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to figure out this. I need to figure out that. And he was like, Jennifer, you have forgotten to keep rest in me and rest your mind, rest your thoughts on me. I am your peace. I'm your God. And this is why you were created, is to be loved by me and to love me. You are my daughter. I have gotten it all taken care of. Trust me. And so I just felt led by the Lord to share with you guys my experience, that no matter what you're going through, just focus on God, because that is where our peace comes from. He is our peace. He said that he came to give us life, and life to the full, or life to the abundance. And part of that abundance, I like to believe, is the gift of the Spirit. And so one part of that gift is what? Peace. So we already have it inside of us. Once we receive Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior in our hearts, we already have that inside of us. We just need to learn how to walk out in that peace.